All right, traders, happy Thursday. It is Matt and JC with Empire Algorithmic Trading here to bring you your daily dose of VWAP Vision's Stock Talk.
It's where the volume weighted average price helps us make sense of this market, Matt. So let's get right to it. Time for a little stock talk.
Stock Talk. All right, Jace, happy Thursday, dude. I know when I first saw you here and I said hello to you, you're a little bit nervous about this one. So, what happened? What happened today that's got you feeling a little kerfuffled?
Well, it was a strong start and an ugly finish, and
Mm.
so the S&P ended up right in the red zone. To be honest, it's 3 distribution days in a row, increasing volume 3 days in a row, 3 days below the VWAP, big negative reversal. Opened up almost 1%, closed down almost 0.4%. Pretty
Wow.
ugly reversal there, which was very disappointing. Everything was looking very strong at the morning, and then just sellers took control throughout the day. Same thing with the Nasdaq Composite. You know, when Meta and Microsoft, two of the largest components of this index, opened up massive, massive, and then just the index closes down. There's a lot of selling underneath that.
Yep.
Nasdaq Composite still not in a green, not in a red zone yet, but three of the four major averages that we follow are. Small caps followed through on their sell-off yesterday. Further collapse below the 20-day moving average, looking kind of ugly. And the mid caps, again, further selling. This is actually, we're moving, going to mark a little red arrow there. 3 days below the VWAP. So it's caution flags, caution. And it actually, I'm just going to stop buying. Actually, I did take a position early this morning. And, you know, I'm going to keep a really tight loss on that one. But I did a lot of selling this afternoon, took some profits. There were some stocks that were just running some resistance, that were just starting to show some warning signs. So I just took a lot of profits, raised some cash, just simply because of the small caps, mid caps, now the large cap S&P 500, all in a red zone. Bonds rallied a little bit, but just a little bit. So that's good. We want to see bonds kind of hold off, but the more important part, obviously, is equity traders are the S&P small and mids. And so if these guys keep going down, it's just a matter of time before the Nasdaq joins the parade. And I decided to add the VIX back just so we can keep an eye on this. The
Yeah.
VIX decided to pop back up again, back up to 1672. So as you would expect, with indexes selling off, the VIX did pop up. So there's a pretty nice pop there. Overall, the general averages, it was pretty ugly.
Yeah, no kidding. Well, hopefully we can find some light at the end of the tunnel here in the next section. Our next area we like to talk about are some of the big movers on the day. And most of these movers have been brought to us by our algorithmic daily buy and sell signals, which you can get access to over on our Patreon, patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. And it gets access to those daily buy and sell signals, to some educational videos about how Jason and I use these signals in our daily trading. Also get access to just a cool group of traders over there. Again, patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. But Jace, what did the movers do?
It was a volatile, wild session, as you would expect. There were some ridiculous moves. Again, I don't know what is going on here. There we go. All right, so AMSC, American Superconductor, it was a breakout for us way back here. I don't have a position in this, unfortunately. It was breakout way back here, May 27th. Would have shaken me out on this trade. Held the 20-day moving average, but it never flashed an algo sell signal, believe it or not. It was up 29% today on its earnings report. Just a huge move. Carvana up 17% today. I sold it. I bought it at 324.92. I sold it at 322.21, and I didn't make a note of why I sold it because it didn't hit my stop point. It never flashed the next day sell signal, so I'm not sure why I sold it. But anyhow, regardless of what it is, it was up 16.9% today. Huge move on that one. ALNY, this one has just been a steady. This one was another breakout from a long time ago. April 30th, actually, right when we went into the green zone, it hit a buy signal. That buy signal was at current 263. It's currently at 392, up 15.4%. Innodata was up 13.2% ahead of its earnings report. I'm not quite sure exactly what happened there. I'm sorry, after hours. I don't know what's happened with Innodata. Roblox reported before earnings. They rallied 10.2% today. Similar look as Meta and Microsoft. Opened up
Wow.
strong, kind of sold off throughout the day, but really strong gap, especially after a significant move. I'm just
Yeah.
going to see if this holds. I doubt it will, especially with the market hitting a red zone. This is probably going to come back. I did take some profits again a couple of days ago. I think it was right here actually. Took some profits just as a precaution because that resistance at the VWAP and right at the 10-day I just didn't like. And then lastly on the
Yeah.
downside, ARM
Ooh.
just got crushed today, down
Yeah.
13.4%. Pushed me
Wow.
out. I had two positions. I had one position at 140, another one at 163. Pushed me out at both, like 141.11, I think is what it is. I'm just going to mark that in right here.
That earnings?
Yeah, that was an earnings one as well. Very disappointing look there. I had some hopes for it, obviously. I mean, I had two different positions on it.
Yeah.
But no, big earnings crush. So we'll see. We'll see that there's a ton of other ones, but these were the big ones. It's kind of wild when you're four stocks deep and you're still up 10% before you start like, all right, that's the limit. So there was a lot of significant moves, but the biggest move of them all was seriously the overall theme of the day was just a reversal, the combination of the three red zones. If anything, just play it safe, right? And I'm personally going to stop buying. That's what the red zones are here for, right? This past red zone down here, we anticipated the market to rally off of that. It just felt like it. It was too early in the move. There were too many stocks really setting up. This one was just kind of a mathematical. It was just kind of treading water, just a fluke of the thing. Quick recovery, not a problem. Stocks were still breaking out and having a lot of problems. This one, I think, has. I'm just going to slide this over here. This one that we're currently facing, I think, has a little bit more weight. One, we're further into the rally. Two, we're right in the teeth of earnings, and it's been extremely volatile for earnings. But the increasing volume, the back to back to back increasing volume is also concerning as well. But if it wasn't for the small and the mids, I would probably have a little bit more confidence. But all in all, I'm treating this one seriously. So definitely raising the caution flags today overall, and just moving on from there. But like I said, took a lot of profits, have some really nice gains. And my role right now, my job right now, is to not really take any extra risk right now. Is more to protect the gains that we have made
Yep.
over the past 3 months, and they've been pretty significant. So I don't want to give any of that back, right?
Exactly right. Well, that is it for us today here at Stock Talk. So thank you for listening on Spotify, watching on YouTube. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and rate us, rate and review us. Let us bump up in those ratings. If you want to follow us on social media, we are on Facebook, Instagram, Blue Sky, X, anywhere you digest your stock information, we are there. For more information about who we are and what we do, check out our website, VWAPvision.com. That's VWAPvision.com. And as always, if you want access to our algorithmic daily buy and sell signals, subscribe over on Patreon, patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading to get access to those signals, educational videos, our Arrow review, which will be coming up here soon, and also just a cool group of traders over there. Patreon.com/Empire Algorithmic Trading. And until Arrow review tonight, Jace, happy trading, buddy.
Happy trading, buddy. We'll see you in a little bit.
See you soon.